Hi, and welcome to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So, since I uploaded the two videos talking about my upstairs neighbor um, harassing me, banging on the door, banging on the floor, having whatever surveillance equipment that they're using to follow me around the apartment, right? And so they stopped about uh, half an hour because they were doing it slightly, a little more subtly, but they eventually stopped. Then my sister came home, uh, and as soon as she walked in the apartment, the police siren outside, right? With the whoop whoop. Also, plus I'm watching YouTube, and the videos watching. Like I said, whenever certain things are being said or certain things are being done, they will do the sirens. Whoop whoop. Again, it's a signature sound that they do, particularly if you're a TI like myself, and how the police target you in that manner because again they hack into um, your home network and such, so they uh, watch what you are watching. Okay, and if I was reading, then they would have me under remote monitoring, which is from the implants uh, that I have, right? One of the things when my sister came in, I was making breakfast because I haven't slept. I cannot sleep. All right. This is the sleep deprivation that you go through when you're heavily remotely monitored, right? You can't sleep, and I can't sleep. Like I'm so my eyes are tired, but I'm like my body don't feel, uh, as tired as my eyes do. Okay. So my sister came in. I was making breakfast. Um, in the kitchen we have a mail. There's this little thing that we have on the wall that you put the mail in, and it's a souvenir from Grenada. So I always talk about how they always run a deportation theme, right? um, Usually there'll be a cause with the Grenadian flag or what have you that they will use to try to send me subliminal message about deportation, or what have you, right? Because I'm not a citizen. I am a legal alien here. Okay, I'd applied for my citizenship and they took my money and never sent me anything. I sent in the form. I sent in the money. At the time, it was like $575, I believe. This was like early, was it about 2000? Maybe, yeah, maybe 1999 or 2000. And at the time it didn't dawn on me that this stuff was happening, so it this go back way back, like I was saying, it's not just when it became overt in 2000 and was it 2002 when it became overt. So they were, like I said, so they were doing things, and because my brother was a TI, they were targeting me too, you know just like how since I became a TI, they've been targeting my kids. And so I speak to my kids about this stuff, particularly my oldest son. I spoke to him about it, and I told him he need to be very careful, with the friends that you keep, because they will put people in your life to set you up to, or what have you. And this is what they do. This is, I don't like to use the word ritual abuse, but it is a word. It is, particularly when it comes to religious people, it is ritual abuse, because their belief system, right? So I was watching a video, and this guy, I can't really pronounce his name, but he was talking about, because you tell the truth about history, particularly Black history, you know, Negropeans, which is the majority of people, Black people. I call them Negropeans because they have a we've all been uh, conditioned, right, through schooling, which upholds white supremacy, right? So everything we learn, white people developed this, white people created this, white people discovered this, and we as Black people, we didn't discover anything. We didn't do anything except we came over to America as slave, or we came over to the Caribbean as slave, or what have you, or Europe as slaves, right? Which is the some of, yes, that's true, but that's not the only part of our history. Okay, because before uh, black people were made slaves, they had black people who were noblemen and noblewomen in Europe, in England, in France, in Spain. Okay, and then the development of white supremacy, right? Basically brought on by the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, so our history goes way back. All right. So anyway, but he was saying that people were calling him the devil and all this stuff, right? So again, this is what they try to do. And this is what the church have done this for years, demonize for centuries, demonize the things that black people created. Okay, but yet they kept a lot of those knowledge for themselves. Okay, did you think that they really burned all the books? They kept a lot of those things to themselves, locked away, right, in the Vatican somewhere. So so it's like so one of the things that they love to do is try to give you tests, right? All these tests that they talk about. Oh, this is a test. This is a test to see what you're going to do, what have you. To see how you react, right? Always putting you through this test, okay? And I guess if you don't do what is expected, then it's like you fail the test, and then they come down hard on you. It's like, come on, when you're messing with people's mind, a person cannot make a rational decision. And they know this. They know this, but their belief system takes over, and they don't care. You know. So, like I said, so when my sister came in, she kept looking into her bedroom every time, because they tried to use my niece and my nephew, daughter, to target me. Right? They try to run like those pedophilia theme, you know, and also during the end of the month, sometimes when, you know, after paying all my bills and stuff like that, they will, particularly if they realize that at the end of the month I'm low on funds. I'm on disability. Disability don't give you that much. They will like leave money around to see if I'll take it and stuff like that. I'm like, listen, I don't steal from people, okay? And see, the whole thing is that these people have stole so much from me, thousands of dollars worth of watches, at the time when I was working, okay? Destroyed my properties, take things from me without even asking, you know. Came in, I'm sleeping, they come in my bedroom when I'm sleeping and take money out my wallet. And I have never done any of those things to them. I have never, because I don't do that. Okay? But again, because like I said, because that's what they do, they want to project it onto us as TIs. Okay? In order for them to justify doing what they do, they have to make you the bad guy or the bad girl if you're a female TI. Okay? They have to do it. And what they don't tell the perps, the people who orchestrate these types of programs, is the manipulation, the drugging, the brainwashing, okay, the use of honey traps, right, to get people to lie. They don't tell them that. But you have to be the bad guy because they condition you. And so, like I said, this is why I continue to speak out. And, so they've been sending me all this subliminal message about, again, deporting me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever, man. If that's what you feel you have to do, go ahead. But you know what? You're still not going to silence me. I might not be here physically, okay? But I'll still expose what it is that was done and continue to be done. You hear the sirens now? See, they thought by, uh, sending my sister to come and give me some subliminal message that I'm going to be like, okay, and no. Like I said, listen. This is what happened. Early on in my targeting, all right, my sister used to leave here at, now, like I said, I come home from work around 12:30 or so, right? If I'm working late or have you. No matter what time I come home late, she will always leave after I come home and come back 2 hours later. And when she came back, I was looking at her. I was like, why does she look so dazed, like she's in a trance. And so, and at the time, she was targeting me heavily. So I remember one time I was sitting in the kitchen because I was waiting because I knew it, and I had my phone to record, okay? And she came in, started doing the hand signals, and I picked up my phone to record her, and she turned around and went right back out the door. She didn't go to the bedroom or anything. She went right back out the door. So at that point, I realized that, you know what? Whenever she leaves, she's being brainwashed. Wherever she's going, wherever they're instructing her to go with the technology, she's being brainwashed because she comes back in and she comes targeting me. See, a lot of people don't want to believe these things exist, right? Because they got us so, what's the word? So conditioned to think that these things don't exist. That the government have spent 60 plus years, 60 plus years, right, researching mind control, from MK Ultra to Project Artichoke, Project Bluebird. Um, I think there was one called Stargate that may have something to do with some type of uh, mind control program also, right? Then there's COINTELPRO, the FBI setting people up, particularly black people, black civil rights leaders. They destroyed the Black Panther, all that stuff, right? They set the whole thing up. So when I talk about this, they're like, what makes you so important? We are all important, okay? I'm important, you're important. And we're important enough that they want to experiment on us and then try to silence us or try to blackmail us into silence. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to do this video. Like I said, they can come with the subliminal message, all the BS that they want to send. Okay? But I'll continue to expose it. So right now, because uh, it's just my sister here, they're gonna use her throughout the day to target me. And also, I don't know if you guys hear this, but it's like before in my videos they used to use these M80s to go off. Now they're using something else. It's a weird sound, but it's like a bang. But it's not really like a bang, but it's a similar sound. Okay, that they're using now. Again, it's the simulate gunshot, but it's not loud enough to where it wakes people up at night. So they've shifted their tactic. They're using a new method now, but it's the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. It's the threat of being killed, or if you get your disability, we're gonna kill you. We're gonna shoot you. Then let them. We're gonna put you in jail. Then let them, because it's just gonna prove everything that I've been saying. It's gonna validate everything I've been saying. So let them. Like I said, there was so many subliminal messages. Or they come and this and that. Then come, motherfuckers, come. And that's TIG. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what they'll do. Okay? They will send you those subliminal messages that they come in and get you. Okay? And then you go outside, they may leave a gun, they may instruct you to go somewhere, and then you find a gun, right? Or you find a knife, okay? And you're like, I'm going to protect myself or what have you, because they're coming to get me. Don't do any of that. Let them. When they do that, they're trying to get you into the fight or flight phenomenon, okay? In the fight or flight phenomenon, either you'll leave or you'll do something drastic. Don't do either. Let them. Document what has been happening to you. Document it, okay? And let them. You know, say subliminal message that they come in, let them come. Like for example, they want to they're gonna come and deport me. Go ahead. Let them. Go ahead. Like I said, you are not going to experiment on me and think that I'm going to become silent because of whatever you feel that you have. Because if anything, you did that. And I'm talking about UTIs. I'm talking about the architect of these programs, these white supremacists. It took me a long time to understand what was happening to me. It took me a long time. Okay? And I'm not going back to this timid, fragile person that they've made me become. No, I'm not going back there. When you research and you look back at the things that have been happening in your life, right? When this became overt, and even about 2 years after, because I think it takes 2 years for them to program you uh, in a certain way, and then they have to try to get you in a situation where they can come in either into your house, or they'll set you up so you can be arrested or put in a, sub institution. Then they'll drug you, they'll brainwash you, and then you're going to be your mind is going to be very confused, very scared, very all these thoughts running through your mind. You can't think straight. All this other stuff, right? And you tell people about it, and they're going to tell you what you need to go see a psychiatrist. But that's the one talking point that they always do, because you know why? They have been conditioned to tell you that. They've been conditioned to say that to you. I posted an article earlier, and I think they were kind of upset about that from NBC. It talks about how Russia and the United States have been engaging in developing mind control weapons, because the United States was accusing China of doing the same thing, creating mind control weapons so they can use against the Muslims in China. I wish I can I wish I can. I probably. You know what? I'm gonna post the article in the link in this video, so you guys can read it. The Biden administration last year, right, accused China of using mind control weapons, of developing and creating mind control weapons. But the United States and Russia have been doing this for the past 60 plus years. I was talking about in the late 1960s about the Russian microwaving the American embassy. Come on. But no one wants to believe us. So like I said, if they send you a subliminal message, don't freak out. Don't go into that fight or flight phenomenon. Let them. Let them. Because what we're seeking is validation. Okay? As much as they try to discredit us, if you do your research and you understand what's going on, yeah, you're going to be affected. These weapons have direct control over your mind to a certain degree, right? And if you're not aware of it, they'll have total control of your mind. It's when you become aware of these things that you begin to separate your conscious self from what they put in your mind. And a lot of it, you'll find that by seeking truth. Stop believing the lies. So they can make all the noise they want. They can send me all the subliminal messages about expectation. Go ahead. Now, I can't help it when they hit me with these weapons. Like my hands started shaking. I started dropping things. Like lately I've dropping a lot of stuff because my nerve is shot because of, being hit with these weapons. So like I said, I'm going to continue to expose it. I'm going to continue to do my videos until those who are responsible for this are held accountable. I'll see you guys in the next video.